Hey, energy party people. It's that time again. The crowd goes wild. Yeah, well, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I've been really going through it and the light is shining through. Yeah, let's go ahead and smudge the space, get ready for some community and magic and tomfoolery and some personalized theme songs whenever anybody checks in. Yeah, so let's go to my theme song brought to me by the amazing Art and Erica of Artica Productions. Here we go.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Coley.
Okay, just burning a little Palo Santo to get the space ready. And we have the lovely and talented, boy, is she talented, Von Andes. Let's go ahead and, oh, there's a few people here. Okay, well, first things first, Yvonne, here is your theme song. Here we go.
Yvonne is in the house. Check her out.
Okay, and let me just put out the smudge. Okay, and let's see who else do we have here. We've got the aforementioned Art and Erica who say, "Good morning, beautiful people. Hello to you, beautiful people." And here is your theme song. Here we go.
Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part. Yeah.
All right. And we also have the lovely Dr. Shannon. Hey, Dr. Shannon. Hey. Okay, that's right. Let's find her theme song. Here we go, Shannon.
Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon.
Okay, and we also have the lovely Laura. Hello, Laura. That's right. Glad you're here. And let's find your theme song. Here it is.
Laura, it's Laura, and Laura is here. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Okay, and that's right. Hi, Blanca. So, Blanca, I'm glad you're here. So, that's right, find her theme song. Here you go, Blanca.
Blanca. Oh, Blanca. Thank you for showing up today. Yay!
Okay, and we also have Koop who says, "Hi, happy Monday, everybody." Okay, and we'll play his theme song when it's time. So thank you for joining me, whether you're joining live or in the future. Yeah, so, well, you can probably tell that I feel, what's the accurate term, the technical term? I feel a fuck ton better. But man, oh man, did I have to go through it. And it took its sweet time. Although I say that, okay, say I was in hell for a couple weeks off and on. Um, and basically I was dedicated to cleaning up the energy around how I was feeling rather than trying to push through and get shit done. Because that is not, it turns out, spoiler calling, it's not the way to do it, at least for me. So I kind of let some other things just wait until I cleaned up a lot of stuff that came up energetically, lots of childhood stuff. Um, yeah, and thank God for energy work. I don't know how did I used to do this? Well, I know how I used to get through things. Feel like shit and probably drink more. Um, yeah. Anyway, so I'm feeling a ton better and yeah, I've got a million things I could say about all of that, but I will we'll see what shows up organically as we go on. So, well, let's go ahead and get into let's go ahead and look at our sponsor for today. And this is a returning sponsor. They haven't been back for quite a while, but welcome back. And today's sponsor is For the Long Haul. That's right, makers of fashionable long skinny rugs. For the long haul. That's right. If you've got a long hallway, they've got the rug for you. For the long haul. Thanks for being the sponsor this week. Yeah, so let's see. Something that has been getting our attention, our meaning me and Dave, is something called Magic Mind, and a podcast we listen to a lot. He's always mentioning that's one of his legit paid sponsors. Um, and I don't if you've never heard of Magic Mind, you want to look might want to look it up. We decided to start trying it. We're doing a 15-day challenge. And I think today is day 3. And today, like, yeah, usually I'm not very good in the morning. It's not like I'm gonna just jump up and get into some work thing. But this morning I did. And to make it even more magical, um, I started editing my book again. Like, there's a chance that maybe it'll still come out on June 6th. We'll find out. So I'm not pushing myself on it, but it just kind of opened up like, okay, let's just start looking at this. Um, yeah, so that's might not seem like a big deal, but this book, if you've known me for 5 minutes, you know my book is a big deal for me, and I've had to put it on the side because I'm starting this new business. Oh yeah, and the prep center from last week or the weeks past, where I've been in the pit of hell. So I've been dealing with this prep center that is just too complicated for me to deal with online. So I have started the divorce proceedings. I've cleaned it up as much as I can, and they've sent me the form. They stopped charging me, which is lovely. And because I finally got to speak to a female who listened, even though I went off several times because I was so tightly wound about all of this because no one was giving me the help I needed. Like, how many ways do I have to ask? Anyway, so I just need to fill out a form for them and break up with them for reals. So I'll be signing the divorce papers today or tomorrow. And then I can sign up with a new prep center and start my business again, which I'm very excited about. It's just, there's been this big roadblock. But the way I look at it, if it's happening to me, it's happening for me. So I've been really grateful when I could find the pockets of space to be grateful for this whole experience because I know there's magic in it and there's unfinished old business that's been triggered by this prep center. And it's all for me to look at and clean up. So yeah, lots of energy from like when I was a little kid, especially, and some past life stuff. It's a mixed bag, but a lot of old feelings coming up that I felt as a kid that were just kind of normal for me. And I'm learning more and more like to be on it immediately when I start feeling just a little bit off. And for me, it's usually in my solar plexus that I feel it. And it's a feeling that's hard to describe, but and I know it sounds weird, but I get disabled. Like I feel like I don't want to move. Like, Phew. So cleaning up just a shit ton of that has been amazing. And I believe it was, gosh, only almost a week ago, a new thing came up, a new process. Yeah, I'm not being tested on when this came up, but it's this very interesting process that I've shared with a few people, and there's a few people listening right now I want to share it with too. Yeah, it's this new process, and I don't know what's happening with it, but it's made itself very known to me. It feels very witchy. in the best possible way. And anytime, so it got to the point where this thing came through, this process came through as I was working on Dave's iPhone, because he missed a message from a doctor doctor, I can't even think of the word, another chiropractor who he sometimes trades services with, and he got the message on his computer like 2 days after this guy sent it. He never got it on his phone. It was a text. Anyway, and we were trying to figure it out, and we checked and found that his phone's soul is not the only soul that inhabits his iPhone. And it got that it was a friend of his who's recently gotten a scary medical diagnosis. Um, and so, in order to get, we'll just call him Bob. I don't want to give away anything. Asked if there's something we could do for Bob to give his energy back to him and stop getting our attention. And oh, let's just leave it at that for a second because it's 11:11 at least in on the West Coast. And let's go ahead and look at something fun. Let's look at Dave looking like Gandhi and make a wish if you like. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm like, where was I? I knew I shouldn't have stopped. Yeah. So basically, when asking what to do for Bob to get his energy out of Dave's cell phone, yeah, if you do energy work and an electronic device stops, it's really worth it to look at it energetically and see if there's something being revealed through that. But anyway, so basically, to do for Bob, I got that there was something new to put on my what I call my master menu, and it was a new process. And ultimately, these are the words that resonated or still resonate: self-punishment, physical breakthrough. Um, and so I'm like, okay. And so I asked if I had the capacity to do this new magic, and I got a yes. And so I did it for Bob. And then that's all that showed up. And Bob had taken back his energy, Dave's phone was fine, and we moved on with our day. And then Dave asked me, hey, while we're here, can you check my right shoulder? Because he's been having some issues with it. And we've been working on it here and there. And I asked if there was something energetic. Yep. And it was, that's right, this new thing: self punishment, physical breakthrough. Um, and then that was it. And then he's like, well, can we check my wrist? Because he was having issues with his right wrist. And sure enough, the same thing came up. And for like the next day or two, anytime I checked in on myself, like in other words, I'd start feeling really anxious, especially right here, anxious in my solar plexus, and just like about this prep center thing and all the shit it was bringing up for me. I would sit down, and every time that's what it would be. It would be self punishment, physical breakthrough. And I would do it, or my guides would show up. Different guides came through to do it for me over the next few days. And every time, and here's the reason I mention it: every time I'd feel okay again. Like I'd be like, all super freaked out, and then that would happen, and then it would just kind of melt away. I'm like, okay, yeah. So, and I'll stop talking about this probably for a while anyway. It's been really interesting. And the other night, Dave went out to get us some food. Thank you, Dave, because I was, super going through it still. And when he left, my left top of my left foot wow, started itching like crazy. And I was just like, okay, scratching, then more scratching. It's like minutes of this, like scratching, to the point of it's turning bright pink. And if I don't stop this soon, it's going to start bleeding or something. It's like, ugh. And I started panicking or having some panicky feelings like, what if this doesn't stop? Like, ugh. Anyway, and so I checked in energetically, and I'm going to give you one guess as to what showed up um, to do. And it was, that's right, the words that resonate are self-punishment, physical breakthrough. So I did it, or a guide showed up. I don't remember. Who cares? It happened. And then I got that's all that needed to happen. That's all that was being revealed with this itchiness. And I like put down my pendulum and I was watching something on TV. And then a few minutes later, I'm like, oh wow, my foot doesn't itch at all. And it hasn't since. Um, so so if you're a magic person, you might want to add that to your tool bag or your master menu, or yeah, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, so energy work is fucking amazing. Yeah, and then finally, it was this past Friday where I'm like, so basically, I promised myself that I wasn't going to get to the prep stuff that I had to confront and unravel a whole bunch of. It was just, it was kind of like I was stuck in this bubble of chaotic hell. And I remember that feeling from when I was a kid. I'd have nightmares about it, like, oh, I have to do this thing, but I have to like look through all the stuff and somehow put it together. Ugh. And so that feeling finally went away completely sometime on Friday, which ended up being very productive um, because one of my guides showed up. Um, yeah, I forget who. Sorry, I can't give anybody credit. A non physical guide showed up and did a process for me. And the words that resonated were something like unraveling or activating technology horror recalibration or something like that. And so the guide, whoever it was, so sorry, not remembering, did that for me. Oh, it was one of my witches named Mark. Read about him in my book. And while you're reading about it in my book, hold on, hold on.
Drink.
Yeah, Mark, one of my witches, the first witch I ever met. Anyway, and non-physical, of course. I've met many human ones, but yeah, he did that process for me, and I don't know how much longer it was after that. Like, I hadn't even been able to go to my computer to even attempt to try to do this, and I promised myself I wouldn't do it until I felt okay. And there's a difference between something I don't wanna do, like, just as a human, like, who wants to do that? There's a difference between that, not wanting to do it, and I'm in hell, I can't even consider doing it because it feels so bad in my body. Yeah, so he did the process, and I think it was just a few minutes later, I beeline to my computer, went to my prep center website, and somehow took care of all the shit I needed to take care of. Like, what? Anyway, um, so and then I was able to, for the first time in like a week, I was able to do, I think I did 3 mini sessions, which might not sound like a lot, but it's a lot. And and I did all kinds of things around the house. Like, I was super productive. And yeah, and I felt pretty darn good ever since. So anyway, energy work is the shit. And I'm so fucking grateful that I have recognized my magic and I'm continuously stepping deeper and deeper into it. Yeah. So, and then enter Magic Mind. And yeah, so you might really want to check out Magic Mind. It's magicmind.com, I think, or magicmind.co, I forget. Easy enough to find, but it has stuff like different beneficial mushrooms and ashwagandha, I think that's what it's called. And yeah, a whole bunch of really cool stuff. It tastes great. It's just a little bottle. And we're drinking one every morning. So yeah. So what else do I want to mention? Thanks for listening. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised, going back to the self-punishment physical breakthrough, I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up later when we do the magic part of today's show. Yeah, so let me just look and see before we bring Koop on. Let me just mention a few other things. There is a new comedy special. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's called, well, it's Tig Notaro. If you don't know Tig Notaro, you're missing out. She's amazing, and her new special is called Hello Again, and I've already watched it. It just came out. I've already watched it twice, all the way through, and I think about it and can laugh out loud just thinking about it. So if you need a little pick me up or a little comic relief, I highly recommend Hello Again, Tig Notaro on Amazon Prime. Yeah. Um, I mentioned that. Yeah, so I started editing my book again, and I don't know if it'll happen, but I think after we're done here today, I'm gonna just get back to my book editing, and like I'm like this close to being done. And yeah, so maybe I'll finish today. And if I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because, as my Coco's philometer indicates, this is how I'm feeling. And what a relief. And yeah. And if you're interested in energy work but not doing it yet, or just kind of, yeah, just kind of wondering. I hope my book, when it comes out, is very helpful for you, because that's really one of my biggest passions, besides my husband, is helping people find their magic. Because I might sound light and ha 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 about it, but it's fucking badass when you're willing to step into this and reclaim your magic that you've probably been cut off from for generations or lifetimes. Um, I think you're not only doing a service for yourself and your family and your friends and everybody you come in contact with, but for all of us and for the entire world. And what if all of us magic people stepped out from the shadows and stepped out from being fucking scared shitless because we've been persecuted so many times? Like, what if we all come together, and what could we possibly change when we all step into our magic? That's what I wonder. Anywho, and I don't know, did I already push this? Drink.
Drink.
Sorry, I'm hovering over it and I've already forgotten. So anyway, yeah. Oh, and and this just in. So I don't know about you, but our house, we're renters. So that's the good news in the story. I've mentioned before that we have termites, and we were all ready to have our house tented, packed up all our shit, like packed up the food, moved the plants, did all the shit, made arrangements to spend the night at a friend's house, and then come to find out they can't do it, because if they would have hooked up the tent to our house and our garage, the adjacent garage, because these houses were built by the same, whatever. We're two houses on top of a hill, and our garages are adjacent, and they're owned by the same people. Whatever. I don't know why it was built that way, but that's how it was built. Yeah, whoever owned them at the beginning of all of this, like, built it this way. And if it turns out, we come to find out that if our house had been fumigated, um, there was a some kind of conduit between our garage and our neighbor, our lovely, amazing neighbor's garage. And it would have been somehow, the fumes would have been funneled into their home. Oh my God, where the four of them and at least two animals were living at the time. Yeah. So anyway, so we've got termites, and there's, around the house, we'll just find these mysterious piles of little tiny, like brownish granules. They're like tiny little hard granules. And it turns out, like, I don't know if they're exactly termite poop, um, but they're termite related. And so we've got one of those mysterious piles in our bathroom, and Dave discovered, we're like, where is this coming from? Like, where could this possibly be coming from? And like maybe 5 inches above the pile, there's a tiny little pinhole, as if maybe there was a thumbtack in there at some point, like the tiniest little hole. And I was thinking, like, oh, there was like a bug there or something, or Dave like kind of hit. It looked like there was just a bug on the wall, like a tiny little bug. And no, it's those little granules coming out of that hole. And it's like Javier, our house, is sadly being eaten alive. And it's just like how many of those little pinholes are all over this house? Kind of makes you wonder. Anyway, good story, bro. Yeah. Okay, let's do one more thing and then I'm gonna invite Coop on. Let's see. So just a reminder, so if you're going through something, which we all do, um, this is one of the things that it's a weird way to say it, but saves my bacon. Haven't eaten real bacon since I was like 11 or something, and I'm 58, so you do the math. Anyway, but my bacon has been saved. Let's just say it's turkey bacon by this, what I call my credo. Here we go. The universe isn't a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So when the shit hits the fan and you're feeling like hell, what is the universe bringing to your attention or our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? And that's the way, this latest round of like shit, massive shit coming up for me, that's where I start. And no matter how absolutely horrible I'm feeling, that's always what I go back to, and it's always what I believe, and that's what I work from. And then I check in energetically to see what might be bubbling up for healing. Um, and I just can't emphasize enough. Well, the exclamation point on all of that is my book. Um, and you can drink if you like.
Drink.
Once again. Anyway, so it looks like I'm on track for working on my book again, so that's great, and maybe it'll come out in June. Who knows? Here's hoping. Okay, so let's go ahead and invite Coop on and see what he has to say for himself today. Here we go.
Ooh, ooh, we're catching up with Koop. We're catching up with Koop. Yeah.
Hey, Coop. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome.
Sunny Monday morning. Just got back from the gym, so
Good for you.
feeling pretty good. The endorphins are still going, so yeah, I feel good.
Well, awesome. Anything new or interesting to report?
No, absolutely nothing.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Aries is high.
Aries is. Hi, Aries. Hi, Aries. Hello, Aries. Sorry, I don't want
He's
to.
right here next to me on the couch. Shh. Stop, okay? Good boy. Good boy.
Oh.
What? The door's open. If he wants to go outside, he can.
Oh, okay.
But
All
he's rather sit here on the couch and bark.
Hey, to each his own. Well, if you don't have anything to say, maybe we should just do some magic and maybe be done early. Let's find out.
We'll see where the pendulum takes us.
Okay, so let's pick a chakra, any chakra. Oh, before we start that, I think I have a picture here. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but this is one of my new favorite things, in addition to Magic Mind. Zelly's Dental Mints. Yeah, they're made with xylitol, which, they're like these lovely little in-between meal candies and gum, um, that are supposed to be really good for your teeth. It's like, thank you. Yeah, they taste great, and it's just nice to have, like, I don't buy candy anymore, or any less. Just kidding, I don't buy candy. So it's just kind of like a nice little, like, not only is it feels like a piece of candy, but it's also kind of like sweet tarts, but not tart. And they help my teeth. So yay. Okay, now that I've plugged some products, yeah, let's go ahead and do a grounding for the group. So pick a chakra, any chakra. I think I'm going to go with, I'm feeling in my power today. So I'm going to go with my solar plexus. So that's third chakra, but you pick one, you do you. It's your game. So let's begin. Oh, and third chakra is yellow. So let's go ahead and start. So we're watching that beautiful, bright, golden yellow light in our third chakras, expanding, expanding, expanding out, dipping down into beautiful Gaia, forming deep, deep grounding roots for us, while our our seventh chakra opens up and allowing in the cosmic energy to meet up with Gaia's energy, creating an interface between heaven and earth for us. Okay. All right. So let's put out, well, first of all, my name is Colleen. Yes, it's safe and appropriate to do some energy work for the group today. It is. Okay. So, um, okay. Let's go ahead and invite any dead people, stuck souls that need an exit strategy to move to the light. So let's just put a shout out. So if there's any dead people ready to move on to the light, no questions asked. Now's your chance. Okay, so do we have any dead people that are ready to move on? Yep. And Jesus, are you the best escort? Yep. Jesus, are you ready? Okay, let's do it. Give us a moment. All right. So, Jesus, have we successfully released any dead people that were ready to move on? Yep. Thanks, Jesus. Okay. So let's see if there's anything specific for the group today. All right. So, is there some magic to do for the group today? Yes. Okay. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Nope. In column B. Yep. Because there's no column C anymore because Colleen cleaned up her master menu. Yay. Okay. So we're in column B. This is in an odd numbered row. No, this is in an even numbered row. Yep. This is in row 2. Row 2. Row 4. Okay. So row 2, traumatized energy fields. So let me get to that chart. Okay, so this traumatized energy field for the group is in column A, column B, in an odd numbered row, in row 1, in row 3. So row 1, okay. Autonomy dimension. Okay, so our souls are the only souls that inhabit our autonomy dimension. Well, that's good, yes. Okay, is there something to clean up for whoever needs it and their autonomy dimension? Yes. Okay, so let me just make a note here to myself. All right, so we're gonna clean up on aisle autonomy dimension for those of us who need it. So there's something energetic to clean up for our autonomy dimensions. Yes, this is on my master menu. Yes, this is in column A. Yes, in an odd numbered row. No, in row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so the ever popular atrophied emotions or frozen atrophied positive emotions or frozen negative emotion. This is a frozen negative emotion. Yeah. Okay, so let me get to my negative emotion chart. Seriously, having a system to address the energy kind of anything. What are the words? Fucking amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. Read the book and drink. Okay, so this frozen negative emotion for the group is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. In row 2, 4, 6, 6. Yep, that's right. 6. Betrayal. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so there's frozen energy of betrayal that some of us are holding. Yep. This frozen energy of betrayal, this pattern is ready to be disrupted with a bypass circuitry. It sure is. There's something else we need to understand? No. Okay, so let's figure out which bypass circuitry we're going to use. And these bypass circuitries, I see them as pattern disruptors, and they're handled by Mother Earth Gaia. So this bypass circuitry is in column A, in an odd numbered row, in row 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. Yeah, every time this one shows up for me, I'm always like, hidden physical / sexual. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this frozen energy of betrayal for whoever needs it, watching now or in the future? Yep. Okay, so Gaia, this is safe and appropriate from the light for whoever needs it. Yep. Are we ready? We are. Okay, I'm going to be quiet and hold space for Gaia. And all you need to do is nothing. There's nothing special you need to do. You can't do it wrong. If this is for you, you'll get it. Here we go. Okay, so Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this frozen energy of betrayal for the group? Yep. Thank you, Gaia. You're awesome. Okay, so let's go back to our autonomy dimension. So is there more cleanup we need to do for our autonomy dimension or traumatized energy field? Sorry, not dimension. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me look back at my chart. Here we go. Okay. So, okay. So is there something else to look at regarding our autonomy traumatized energy field dimension? Yes. Okay. This is on my master menu. This is in column A in an odd numbered row. No, in row 2. Okay. That's leading us to trapped negative emotions. Okay, so not a frozen emotion. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill trapped negative emotion. Okay, this is in column A in an odd numbered row. In row 1, 3, 5, 5. Fear. So trapped energy of fear that's contributing to this traumatized energy field. So this trapped energy of fear, do we need details on this? No, it's safe and appropriate to go ahead and clear this trapped energy of fear for whoever needs it watching now or in the future. Yep. So safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? Yep. Okay, so here we go. We're sending all this vibration, this frequency, this resonance of fear in what's showing up as our traumatized autonomy energy field. We're sending all of that energy whatever spaces it's occupying, we're sending it all to the light. And in the spaces once occupied by this energy of fear, we're filling up those areas with energy of relief, light, freedom, forgiveness, peace, calm, serenity, safety, security, stability. And a big dollop of love. Okay. So, wow, I'm more magic than I thought because apparently I made Koop disappear. Okay. So have we successfully cleared this energy of fear for whoever needs it? Yes. Okay. So is there anything else to clean up regarding our autonomy traumatized energy field? Nope. Okay, so we're complete with that. Yes. And voila, he's back. Okay. So is there, oops, pendulum's all tangled up. Okay, so is there anything else to do for the group today? Energy work wise? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A in an odd numbered row. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 7. Okay, that leads us to a vow that needs to be cleared. Okay. All right, this is a personal vow for the group. Yes. Okay, this is in column A. Column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, 3, 5. Okay. Poverty. So a vow of poverty or lack. Okay, so this vow of poverty or lack is ready to be cleared for whoever needs it watching now or in the future, and it's safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. Give me a moment. All right, have we successfully cleared this vow of poverty or lack? Yes. And as I'm sure I've mentioned before, like I realized like I kind of took that vow out loud, like consciously in college. So sociology major with an emphasis on social welfare. And I would say out loud, like, I don't ever want to make money. I just want us all to be equal. And I'm very much an Aquarian. So I just want us all to fucking feel better. Is that so wrong? Yeah. And then I had a boyfriend that confessed to me one day that his family had money. like he was nervous about it. Sean. Yeah, it's like fascinating. And of course I forgave him. I still broke up with him for other reasons because, well, he wanted to hang out with his fraternity brothers more than have a girlfriend. So anyway, so then I threw his fraternity pin back at him. That's right.
Ooh,
I think he cried a little bit. Dude, I told you yeah, whatever. It's all good. It was good that we did not get married. Yeah. And but Sean was one of those people that, like, I can still feel why I really loved him. Like, yeah, he's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's
Really glad he's not what's that?
He really is quite an amazing individual. Yes.
Oh my God. And funny as fuck.
I know, right?
If you ever want to know what my type is, smart, funny, glasses, had a receding hairline, and then my pants fall off. So anyway, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so why did I bring that up? Oh, the vow. So we've successfully cleared this vow of lack, poverty. Yes. Okay. All right. So is there anything else magic-wise for the group today? Yes. This is in column A. No. This is in column B. Yeah. In an odd numbered row? No. In row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay. Welcome to self-punishment physical breakthrough. I figure it would show up at some point. Yeah. So, when I think about those words, like, those words mean a lot to me. Yeah, because I don't know about you, but the word self-punishment, yeah, let's just say it resonates. I've had a lot of self-punishment, and I know I'm not the only one. So, yeah, so this has been, yeah, it's really helped shift things for me. So, we're going to do that for the group today, for whoever needs it. So we're going to do self-punishment physical breakthrough for the group. Yep. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Yep. Is there anybody else who's going to show up and help out with this? Nope. So I'm going to be doing this. Yes. Okay. Once again, safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. So give me a moment. Okay. All right. So have we completed the self-punishment physical breakthrough for the group? Yes. Okay. Is there anything else energetic to do for the group today? I'm going to know. Yeah. I think we'll just probably leave it at that. Okay. So we're complete with energy work. And okay. Put down the pendulum before I ask another question. Yeah. So
the pendulum leads, it's all.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so seriously, if you do energy work, you might want to just write those words down. And if they're not for you, that's quite all right. I'm not saying this is like one size fits everybody, but if you're in my world and you do energy work, I would play with it if I were you. Yeah. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Koop just disappeared again. Let's bring him back. Everyone concentrate. Let's bring him back. Let's bring him back. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, well. So, yeah. So let's leave it at that before I talk some more. Yeah. So if I can be of any assistance to you, I am doing sessions again. So let's energyhealingwithcolleen.com. You can get a hold of me, or if you have my number, feel free to text me. That's always the best way to get a hold of me if you can. Yeah. And Yvonne says, thank you as always. And you are very welcome. So any closing words, Koop?
Just have a good week, I guess. It looks like it's going to be really nice. It's a beautiful day here. Just spring is definitely sprung, and try to appreciate the little things that the moments of the day bring to you. Just this feel of sunlight on my skin is one of my big thing of, just it's free and I can just stop to appreciate it for a second. It really makes me happy. So yeah. Just take a moment to find the little things that will give you pleasure or good thoughts.
Appreciation is very powerful. Appreciation is a big one. And yeah, I started my energy work day today just talking to the universe as I do, and I started with the things that I appreciate, and it just kind of the list went on and on and on, and then I figured, okay, the universe gets it. But it really does help, and I try to do that even when I'm in the pit of despair. And it can be something as simple as I'm still breathing, I'm still here for a reason, and these flowers are pretty outside. I mean, it could be anything, but just getting more into that vibration is really powerful. Anywho,
right.
Thanks for being here, Koop. And
thanks for having me. I always feel better when we're done.
Yeah, me too. And and thank you everyone who's expressed their well wishes for me getting through my shit. And if you're in the middle of something, I wish you the best, and play with self-punishment physical breakthrough if you want. Anyway, so let's sign out with my beautiful theme song, care of Artica Productions. So hope to see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with